Hi everyone, I'm Suzy Redding. I'm a mum of two. I'm a psychologist, I'm a yoga teacher, I'm a health coach. I am passionate about empowering people, in particular parents, with the tools of self-care. So I'm really grateful to Homestart for inviting me to be part of your Wellbeing Day. And today I want to share with you the importance of self-care, because it's a bit of a poorly understood concept. And as a practice, I think even when we agree that it's something we'd like to do, as parents, it's something we find very hard to do. So let's take a look at what self-care is, why we all need it, and importantly, how to do it. Okay, so let's clear up some confusion. Self-care is not a fad. It's not a buzzword. It's not well-being gone mad. It's not narcissism. It is not necessarily pampering, and it certainly doesn't need to be expensive products or luxurious acts, although it can be, yeah? The simplest definition that I can offer up is self-care is healthcare, yeah? Self-care is taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically, yeah? It's taking care of your health. I hope that helps you get clear, and I hope it starts to break down some of the barriers that you might be facing to engaging in nourishing acts. Self-care is just taking care of your health. And I think if we've learnt anything over this last year, it's the value of our health. Without our health, what do we have? Okay, so self-care is healthcare. Now, why do we need it, especially as parents? Well, from my experience, I think there are 5 reasons why we all need self-care. Number 1, we need self-care to help us cope with the inevitable stresses of life, because life is stressful, whether it is washing machines that beep until you turn them off, whether it's the demands of work, the relentless demands of parenting, being in relationship with others, yes, screen time. And it's not just things that we want to avoid, like conflict or illness, yeah? It's actually things that we greatly aspire to as well that incur an energetic tax. Things like having children, like moving house, a renovation project, scoring a promotion. All of these things incur an energetic tax. So we need self-care to help us navigate the normal stresses of life, yeah? And we certainly need it in the midst of these very, very tough times that we are still very much in the midst of. Okay, so number 1, we need self-care to help us cope. The second reason we need self-care is that we need it to help us restore, to help us recover, recharge, to heal following big emotions or challenging life experiences. And that holds whether you are 4 years old, 40 or 80. We need it to help us recover and soothe our nervous system. The third reason is that we need self-care to give us a protective buffer against what's lying ahead, yeah? What's waiting for us around the corner. We need to top ourselves up so that we are best placed to cope with the inevitable curveballs of life, the things that we don't want and things we do want. The fourth reason why we need self-care is that when we nourish ourselves, that's when we give ourselves access to a best version of ourselves, yeah? So if you think about any quality that you hold dear as a parent or a partner, sibling, you are more likely to be that, to model that when you've nourished yourself. Yeah? It is truly a win-win. It is the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah? Well-nourished people tend to be kinder, more compassionate, more resourceful in response to life in all of its full glory. And then the 5th reason we all need self-care is that if we want to raise compassionate, resilient children, and who doesn't want to do that, we need to be modeling and teaching them their own self-care toolkit. Okay, this is how we prepare them for life, because no one is immune from stress, loss, and change. And our children experience these things in their everyday life as well. So self-care is the toolkit that will help them navigate life. And we teach them that toolkit by modeling for them healthy habits, by engaging in healthy habits together as a family, and by empowering them with their own tools and strategies to manage their emotions, to manage their energy, to manage their thoughts, to help them get through their day. Okay? So I hope those reasons help you reframe what self-care means to you. And I don't expect you to care about self-care as a concept, but you do care about what self-care facilitates in your life. So spend a little bit of time thinking about what self-care means to you, what it allows you to do, what it allows you to be. And the next time you're thinking to yourself, is it okay for me to do this? Then remember those reasons. Remember that purpose, that it allows you to cope. It allows you to restore and recharge. It gives you a protective buffer. It boosts your resilience in the face of future stress. It helps you be a version of yourself that you can take pride in, and it helps you raise compassionate, resilient kids, nourishing the health of the family unit itself. Okay? All beautiful reasons. Okay? So the next time you're faced with that choice of, am I going to do this nourishing act? I hope you say, yeah, I am going to do that. I know my why. I know the benefits will ripple out broadly beyond myself. Okay? Now, if you need some more suggestions on how to make self-care accessible, I hear you, it's tough as parents. You will find loads of those ideas dotted through my feed. You'll find more in Self-Care for Tough Times. Stand Tall Like a Mountain. Now, this one is for parents and kids. This is all about how we can approach self-care from a family perspective. So family-based practices. And if your children are 8 and above, this book will help make you happy. Has their own little tips and tools that they can dive into and read themselves. But I hope that gives you some food for thought. And if guilt still looms large, remember, it doesn't have to be me first. It's just me as well. Self-care is healthcare. We need our health. Our children need us to keep giving and keep going. So please take good care of you and come and join me over on my Instagram feed. I have such a lovely community there. It'd be lovely to see you there over at Suzy Redding. But I am wishing you a really nourishing day. Take care, guys. Bye.